We saw glimpses of it.
They restructured their offense in order to give him better opportunities, and he took advantage of it.
Scary. He's only 23, folks. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. A first down throw here for Rivers. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Dan Williams might as well change his name officially to Big Dan Williams. A monster in the middle, holds down the run game against any team.
So 2nd and 10 here. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here we go. Wide and yay. Wide and
They go with Murray again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
And the good thing about the top-notch safeties, they can play from deep coverage or they can play close to the line of scrimmage, and the end result is often the same, a big-time play for their defensive team. And that's exactly what we just saw.
Red 18. Red 18.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go. Red 18.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Rivers to throw it, and it's complete to Antonio Gates. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Antonio Gates, 56 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. And he puts it through. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Manti Te'o continues to evolve as a linebacker. Known for his ability to cover the pass coming out of college, he's added excellent run-stopping ability along the way.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's brought down after a good game. A very solid gain of 27. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. Good enough for an Oakland first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Carr. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Clive Walford from 17 yards out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Carr will look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. People were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
All right, here we go. Wide and Yates.
They go play action here on 1st down. Caught left side to Crabtree. It's a gain of 24 that time. And for that man, Crabtree just finished his 8th NFL season. Of course, the first 6 in San Fran, last 2 with the Raiders. Barely topped the 1,000-yard mark, but he did 1,003 this season.
It's been interesting to watch the career arc of Michael Crabtree, because you remember when he came out of college, came out of Texas Tech, he was seen as a pure #1 receiver. Many thought he was going to be a future All-Pro. But he settled in as the #2 guy in Oakland, and I think that's been great for him. Taking the pressure off of Amari Cooper and making plays himself.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Seth Roberts, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. And now San Diego getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Play clock running out. Mike McCoy realizes it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle, starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And those 1st downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on first down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting him up. Little screen pass, lopped it over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
Second down, Rivers. And Gates has got it. And the Chargers' all-time touchdown leader has another one. Antonio Gates. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On third down, Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive. Well, Brandon, when I watch Keenan Allen play, I actually shake my head in amazement sometimes. ACL tears in each leg the last 2 seasons, and now he's back in 2017 sprinting around.
And he'll be 25 at the start of the 2017 season. A lot of people rooting for this guy. You just always worry, though, don't you, when you have an ACL tear, especially in both knees?
You do worry about it, but you also have seen guys who have come back from multiple tears and have had really big-time careers. You know, Frank Gore has done that, and now with the Indianapolis Colts. And then you look at Thomas Davis with the Carolina Panthers. 3 times in the same knee, and has come back and had an extraordinary career. So I like the odds for Keenan Allen, and Phillip Rivers really wants him back in a big way. He's his #1 target.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Rivers again. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an alley to run. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Carr will look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. Here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Come on, baby. Alert. Alert. We ready? Zebra. Zebra. Here we go.
That was second down run for Murray. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They come out here in the I. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dan Williams able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. That is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gates, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Rivers is going to throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And they're going to speed things up here.
All right, here we go.
Carr now on 1st down. Going deep for his tight end, Rivera. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. He was looking for his tight end that time, Michael Rivera. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. And now they're in the hurry-up.
We ready?
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Over the middle, Cooper with it. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Zebra, we ready? Wide 88. Wide 88. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. We ready? Wide.
They're going to run it with Murray. Latavius Murray unable to lower those shoulders and get the first. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Second down, Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll bring up second down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Hurry up!
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. He's got time in the pocket. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Perry Riley. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing now is Carr. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Here we go. Wide and yank. Wide and yank, baby. Alert. Alert.
On first down, Carr. He'll buy some time right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's second down. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. From the gun now on third down, Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
We ready? Red 18.
Carr going to go on fourth down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. It'll be a gain of 9. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go.
Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The gang of Charger defenders there for the tackle. And quickly, they get to the line. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage.
Okay.
Jack Del Rio going to take a chance here. His guy's going for it on 4th.
You ready?
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Carr will look to throw, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now San Diego getting set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
2nd down following the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. From the gun, Rivers. And now another one thrown incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. Finds his target. It's Gates. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Going underneath for Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Tyrell Williams, 44 yards. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. Rivers is going to throw for it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
All right, here we go. 5 and 8.
On first down, Murray. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Again, it's Murray. Muscles him off. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go. 5 and 8. 5 and 8.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Hello, baby. Alert. Alert. All right, here we go. 5 and 8. 5 and 8.
They come out here in the eye. On third down, here's Washington. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
We ready? Ready.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So out come the Chargers. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back last time.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Hey, we go rally. Rally.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Murray. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 7 yards to go on 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Set. 390.
Back to throw. And oh, what a catch there by Allen. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them ran.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
19 yards there on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.